In this video, we're going to be going through how to set up a Canvas course so that it can be fully online. So we're going to assume that this is where you're starting. Because when you go into a Canvas course, if you've never used Canvas before, you'll see exactly this. Everything is blank. There's nothing in there. So I'm going to give you some pointers on how to set that up and get going. It's actually really easy to get going, but there needs to be a little bit of planning up front, and it will save a lot of headaches later. Now, the good thing with Canvas is it fully syncs with PowerTeacher Pro, and that means all of your students will be in there in real time. So you don't have to add students, take students out, or anything. It's all web-based, so you don't need any specific program. So it works out really good for managing a classroom. First and foremost, here's what I would do. I would, once you're in your course, go down to Settings, because as you can see, there are a lot of menu options that students don't need. So I'm going to go to Settings and turn off quite a bit of these. In order to get there, I need to click on Navigation. Now, I'm going to leave up there the things that I think the students will need. They will not need access to people. I'm just going to disable that. They won't need access to pages unless I have something that I need them to get to this a page. So I'm going to disable that. I'm going to leave the syllabus up there, but files, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of outcomes. I can even get rid of quizzes, because quizzes are actually able to be accessed through assignments. And we could talk about assignments later as well. I'm going to disable that. Modules is going to be the best place for you to organize content. So even for assignments and things like that, I would put everything in modules so that it's nice and organized. And a lot of this stuff you're going to find you don't need because you're not going to use it. So I'm just going to disable anything that I don't want students to get to, and I'll get to one that you probably want to keep active. This grade sync you're going to want to keep active, and that's because it allows you to go in and click the grade sync to see if your grades sync to PowerTeacher Pro or not. Students can't see that, but you can. Once you're done with the navigation, we're going to hit save. And that's it. So you'll see a lot of these now that have this eyeball on it with a slash going across. That means that the students won't be able to see it. You'll still be able to see it. Now, when it says no content visible, that means we don't have any content in it either. So I'm going to go down here and make sure I've saved. I'm going to go home. And let's deal with this next thing, the home page. So we can choose what we want as the home page. And what I would suggest doing is, if you're going to be doing a virtual class, like where you meet from time to time, or in any way have directions that won't be tied just to modules, then I would go to Pages, and I would add a page and title it Home Page. So I've already set this one up, and what I have on my home page is pretty simple. I have my virtual classroom here, and I have modules. What I would typically suggest is that you put directions for the class so that when a student goes to that home page, they'll know exactly what they're supposed to do. That might include times for the virtual classroom, whether you're going to have office hours, things of that nature. So now that I have my home page, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set up a home page. Over here on the right hand side, it says choose home page. So I'm going to do that, and you'll notice that I can't choose Pages front page because I have to go set that up first. So if I go over to Pages, I can click these three dots by my home page and say use as front page. When that's set, now I can go over here to choose a home page, and you'll see that I can select that. And now when students log in, that is the page that they will see. So that's really the best option for sharing out your virtual classroom or even setting up modules. Now, there are other videos on how to set up modules, so I would suggest you check that out so that you could see how that works, because that'll be your best way for going through and creating content that's organized. But really, the key here is being organized from the beginning, because you can't easily make changes on the fly like you can in a face-to-face classroom. So if you do that and put some thought into it ahead of time and keep everything organized and create a routine, then you'll be fine, and this will work out great.